And welcome back. Sorry about that tech issue. Was playing havoc with the phone lines, so we are back. And we're about to talk about Darren Sutton, the now former voice of the Los Angeles Angels. On Sunday, Darren Sutton was let go by the Los Angeles Angels 4 months after the team hired him as one of their play-by-play broadcasters. His departure was somewhat clouded in mystery, with Sutton himself announcing the decision to reporters. Um, This week, Sutton talked to The Athletic about his dismissal from the team and revealed that he thinks Angels ownership pushed for the change. He also noted he wasn't disciplined at all during his brief time with the franchise. Sutton said he believed that it was an Angels decision and suspected it came from the top of the organization. Quote, I know it wasn't on the baseball side. We always communicate with manager Joe Madden. It's a pretty small organization, Sutton said, and very few people, I think, in that organization have the power to influence something like this besides the highest level. So it's my assumption that it was leadership at the highest level in ownership. Sutton said he never met with owner Artie Moreno during his brief stint with the team. He said he wasn't given a reason for why he was fired, assumed that his work wasn't exactly what they wanted. End quote. Sutton said the decision came completely without incident, noting he hadn't faced any discipline in his tenure with the Angels. Former Marlins broadcaster Rich Waltz, who has also called college basketball, college football, and MLB games on a national level, will replace Sutton as backup to Matt Vasurgian in the Bally Sports West book. Good luck. He'll need it. Anyway, let's keep going. The Premier League matches for this season. Well, you're going to need a scorecard for this. Here we go. On Wednesday, NBC announced its coverage plans for the start of the 2021-2022 Premier League season. It's the network's final one under their contract, and while many of the details will remain the same, there is an added wrinkle that will earn universal approval, along with a non-change that will continue to torque off fans. The NBC Universal streamer Peacock will remain a significant part of NBC's Premier League coverage plans this season, and viewers will gain access to the live matches airing on the NBC Broadcast Network this season, as noted in their release. And the release says this. This season, Peacock will stream all games airing on the Broadcast Network live. That was brief. One line. Now, the specific wording there, broadcast network, that means NBCSN games still won't be included on Peacock and must be watched with a cable streaming subscription or with an authenticated login on the NBC Sports app. Peacock exclusive games, a much derided attention to NBC's coverage over last year, will also return. Match Week 1 features 4 matches airing on Peacock and Peacock alone. All the 10 a.m. window on Saturday, including Chelsea's match with Crystal Palace. Now, each of the first 3 match weeks includes one NBC match that will also stream on Peacock, with Liverpool and Chelsea in match week 3 standing out as a highlight. Through at least the end of August, supporters of most teams will need both a cable subscription and a Peacock subscription to watch their club's first 3 matches. The only clubs that won't have matches on both Peacock or NBC and NBCSN are the Wolves, all be on NBCSN. Southampton, all on Peacock. Crystal Palace, all on Peacock. Watford, 2 Peacock, 1 Peacock NBC simulcast. And Liverpool, 1 Peacock, 2 Peacock and NBC. The only other notable piece of new information in NBC's release is note that Andres Cantor will call select matches in English this season. Cantor will be calling Olympic soccer in both English and Spanish for NBC and Telemundo. And that double duty will continue through the Premier League season. Now, here we go. And speaking of Peacock, as we were, they're going to be busy this week as well. NBC's U.S. Open coverage was less than a month ago, but they're back at it again this weekend with the Open Championship. Let's just call it what it is. It's the British Open at Royal St. George in England. Now, the Open is the last major championship of the year and NBC's last major until next June. So it's the last chance, last dance for golf love. That's right. Last chance for any golf presentation tweaks or innovations for a while. And that presentation certainly had its flaws at Torrey Pines in June. Well, things will look at least a little different by necessity this week with NBC using the World feed and BBC feed. And hopefully some other changes are made as well. Pray. One thing that does help fix an issue that only really affected the diehard golf audience, Peacock will now be simulcasting all coverage throughout the week. That is, in addition to the exclusively streaming windows and featured groups coverage. It's changed from Torrey Pines when Peacock didn't offer a network stream on the weekend. This is from NBC's release. It'll present from the first tee shot of the Open to a final putt, totaling nearly 50 hours of live coverage Thursday through Sunday and 150 plus hours from Royal St. George, including featured group and featured hole coverage. For the first time, fans can stream the entire tournament on Peacock, including 8 hours of exclusive coverage. All NBC and Golf Channel tournament coverage will also stream on NBCSports.com and the wonderful NBC Sports app. Over the course of the week, more than 30 on-air talent across NBC Sports and Sky Sports will provide live coverage. I thought it was BBC, but, well, who knows? I think it still is BBC, or are Sky Sports and BBC splitting coverage? Well, anyway, they will provide live coverage, including featured group, studio, and news coverage across NBC, Golf Channel, and Peacock. Now, this solves a few problems. For one, if you're a paying Peacock subscriber, you can now watch the entire tournament, even if you don't have any other television subscription or the ability to watch via over-the-air antenna. And you can do it all in one app. That's a big deal. It's a very solid ad value for subscribers. It's all in one place aspect that helps solve a problem for diehard fans, too. Good luck. Now, having the ability to watch all of the possible coverage within one app is a big win. It's what ESPN used to do, too, back when they had the Open. They also offered the Sky Sports feed as a separate channel, and it was glorious. It certainly was glorious. So, thanks for finally doing something right, NBC, since you do now own Sky. It should have been done already, though perhaps they were concerned about cannibalizing network ratings. Now, though, we're in an era where the actual ratings data is often hard to come by and such. And obviously, this is only for paying customers, but if you're paying to watch Peacock to watch the Open in the early hours in the morning, you're squarely in the diehard demo that would rather not chase the coverage around various apps and channels. So it's a good logical step. Now, if they add a constant leaderboard, we'll really be in hog heaven. This is true. Alrighty. And this little tidbit, or bit tib. Fox Sports has made a notable addition to their NASCAR coverage. Josh Sims, who spent the last 6 years covering NASCAR and other sports as a sports anchor and reporter at Fox's WJZY in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Sims joins FS1's NASCAR Race Hub to discuss the move. Yay, hooray. Sims is originally from East Brunswick, New Jersey, and has a BD, bachelor's degree, in communications from Villanova and a master's in journalism from Syracuse. He'll get off to a quick start on Fox's NASCAR coverage, debuting on NASCAR Race Day on Sunday with a sit-down interview with Joey Logano ahead of this weekend's race at New Hampshire, and the one where he recorded his first NASCAR win back in 2009. Would wish him well. Alrighty. Have we got more? Yes, friends, we now have what could be our final Maria Taylor update. And for God's sakes, please let it be final. Here we go. We're not going to review what and how and why for, therefore, why, because we don't have any soap opera sound effects. Well, except maybe one. Ah, here it is. Okay, boys, hit effect 2. That's sound of ESPN President Jimmy Pitaro crying. Why? Because guess what? You're probably going to get stuck with Rachel Nichols. Because, well, Taylor's contract expires in about 5 days, 1 week. And, well, it kind of looks like she's ready to sign, but not with ESPN. ESPN offered her $5 million. Well, actually, no. ESPN offered her less than $5 million that she was asking for. So, what is it? Well, now 1 and possibly 2 of those landing places appear to actually be in play. On Wednesday, Michael McCarthy of Front Office Sports reported that an NBC Maria Taylor deal is this close, that close, an eyelash. With a source saying it's at the half-yard line. McCarthy also noted that this could be a non-exclusive deal, which would let Taylor also probably strike a deal with Amazon for Thursday Night Football work. Here's more from his piece. ESPN's Maria Taylor is nearing a possible deal with rival NBC Sports. The rising star could become the new host of Football Night in America as Mike Tirico transitions into the play-by-play post long held by Al Michaels, who is expected to be cutting back on work. With her experience on ESPN's popular College Game Day, Taylor could work on NBC's broadcast of Notre Dame football. As an added lure, NBC could provide Taylor a global TV stage as an Olympic correspondent. Quote, the deal's at the half-yard line, but that can still be a long way in contract negotiations. Negotiations could still fall apart, or ESPN could raise its offer. Taylor, who's currently hosting NBA Countdown during the finals, could also become a news correspondent on NBC's Today morning show following the trail blazed by former ESPN star Robin Roberts, who's one of the hosts on ABC's Good Morning America. If the deal is not exclusive to NBC, the former University of Georgia athlete could also join Amazon's Thursday Night Football, which will indeed be on Twitch as well. Thus defraying contract costs for NBC. Now, McCarthy's source is absolutely correct that a half-yard line can still be a long way before the touchdown. It's far from clear that this will actually lead to Taylor leaving ESPN and signing with NBC, but anything can happen. In fact, a recent column from Los Angeles Times deputy sports editor Ileana Limon Romero discussed the treatment of ESPN's employees of color, including comments from Black ESPN employees, past and present. I'm reading from text, by the way. And if Taylor moves on, that's one more blow to ESPN's reputation on that front. It's also easy to see why this could be a fit for both NBC and Taylor, though Taylor has shown strong hosting abilities, including on college football and the NBA. She'd be a logical fit to replace Tirico in the Football Night in America host role down the road. They also have Notre Dame games and other things she might be able to work on, and she might be able to contribute to their coverage even as soon as Tokyo. Regardless of what happened this year or not, Taylor's sports background might make her a great fit for NBC. However, once again, we gotta talk about that elephant that elephant at the door, and that is they're not going to have a cable sports outlet. NBCSN will be signing off at midnight, December 31st. Oh boy. Okay. Are we almost done here? You personal people eaters. Yeah, we're about near done. Well, Bally's just did something incredible. Yeah, that's right. They announced on Tuesday they have acquired the Association of Volleyball Professionals. The move expands the company's sports and entertainment strategy with plans to show events and content around its across its Bally Sports branded Sinclair regional networks. It's also an Olympic year, and while the pandemic has forced the beach volleyball circuit to cut back the events, the sports always gets a solid platform during NBC's coverage. And here's the Bally announcement. Under the terms of the transaction, Bally's acquired all of AVP's assets, including trademarks, AVP American Promoter Agreements, and associated recruiting membership review, digital photo and video assets, and all proprietary tournament and league management software. Bally's plans to leverage AVP's distribution channels as well as the Sinclair-owned Bally Sports Regional Sports Network to increase consumer engagement with and awareness of the league. There are a few elements. Pretty easy to see what Bally is hoping for from the purchase. Obviously, the ability to pretty easily sell distribution rights for the sports, thanks to their partnership with Sinclair, is a big one. The AVP alone would have been in a much more different bargaining position for media deals. There's also the obvious gaming side, where Bally can integrate their own betting platforms as sports betting becomes more and more commonplace. It's not inconceivable that a product like the AVP could be more relevant as a gaming outlet. Then finally, there's the live event side of the business. Bally is clearly an entertainment company, and casinos don't exactly shy away from live event hosting and execution. The tour is set for a short season this year before full resumption in 2022, and the first tournament back will be in Atlanta right after the Olympics, when any Tokyo bump would be most apparent. In all, it's an understandable move and a very profitable one for both parties. Wow, that's big. Yes. Wow. I think we have done it. I know we have done it. Except for one thing, we must finish up our mess here, and that is to go live sportage and give you some baseball from a foreign land. That's right. It's time for baseball, and well, we go to South Korea and the Korean Baseball Organization, where everything was postponed. Kia Tigers, Samsung Lions, KT Wiz Swang, and the NC Dinos, LG Twins, Kaiwoom Heroes, Lottie Giants, Hanwha Eagles, SSG Landers, Doosan Bears. Yep. They went adios, aloha, Aviner Schnitzel. And, Wowie. Oh, wait. Was that tonight or tomorrow? Was that tonight or tomorrow or today? Yep, that was, let's try yesterday. Okay, since we did tonight. Okay, from the 14th, which was yesterday, so it would be today. Okay, let's get going. Nippon Ham Fighters beat the Oric Buffaloes 6-2. Kawano gets the win for Nippon. He's 2-1. Tajimi gets the loss. He's 5-5. Seibu Lions over the Chibalati Marines 8-3. Takahashi gets the win. He's 8-4. Ojima gets the loss. He's 5-3. The Akut Swallows over the Yomiuri Giants 11-7. Suarez gets the win. He's 3-3. Imamura gets the loss. He's 2-3. Rakuten Golden Eagles over the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 4-2. Kishi got the win for Rakuten. He's 4-6. Higashiyama got the loss. He's 2-2. Yokohama Bay Stars beat the Hanshin Tigers 4-3. Imanaga got the win for the Bay Stars 3-2. Gunkel got the loss for Tigers. He's 6-1. Hiroshima Carp blanked the Konichi Dragons 2-0. Morishita gets the win. He's 6-4. Yanagi gets a loss. He's 7-5. Once again, South Korea, the KBO, the Korean Baseball Organization, all their games got postponed, as I told you. And that is it. We have done it. Part 2. And we're still here. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for us. Don't forget, Nick Ricada just started his nightly feed about 30 minutes ago. So we got to go. And I do mean go. So thank you very much for watching, listening, and caring. I am Steve the Baxman Baxley. And tomorrow things should be back to somewhat obscure normality. Wish us luck. But for right now, for everybody who's a part of this little show of ours, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley saying thank you and good night. And this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions for the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night, 11:35. Good night, everybody.